Well, I hate to say it, but whatever the rumors is that been circulating concerning Spice, seems like it is true. It is true. What we know to be true now is that she was in the Dominican Republic. She did get some work done, and there was difficulties. Let's talk about that. Welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most, and we're going in. No further delay. A lot of prayers have been going up for Spice. A lot of people are still praying. At this point, people don't want to hear from her team, her representatives. People want to hear from her, right? Because it seems like her team was lying at first. Remember the guy or the person that came out and said that it's all rumors, nothing nagasa. That turned out to be a lie. So once you lie to the public, they don't want to hear anything else from you, especially concerning their favorite celebrity. They want to hear from her. Spice has a tight following. I mean, not talk about no following like, you know, some celebrities, you follow them, but you don't really care if they drop material or not. People are like invested in Spice. There are so many Jamaican and Caribbean women that, and now American women that resonate and relate to her struggles, her life, her, you know, her role as a mom and a star, and how she juggles, and an entrepreneur and all this stuff. She's become somewhat of an icon, not somewhat of an icon. So people invested. Now people don't want to hear this whole this person talking and that person talking. They really want to hear her. All right, so again, y'all know how I do. I don't go saying stuff that is not already out there, and I make sure that it is printed by reliable sources before we get to it. That way, nobody can say, why are you talking about stuff you don't know about SouFlo, like a lady said yesterday. We talk about what is out there. So, the headline for this article, Jamaica Observer, yesterday, bust it wide open, and you can read between the lines, says, Kingston, Jamaica. It says, dancehall star Spice is reportedly alert and awake after a health scare in the Dominican Republic over the past few days. That is why I said in the beginning of the video, look, we know this now to be true. What is true? It is true that she was in the Dominican Republic. Here it is being confirmed by Jamaica Observer. She was in the Dominican Republic, right? A lot of people are saying she probably wasn't even there. Yes, she was. She was in the Dominican Republic, and also she's awake and alert. In order for somebody to be awake and alert, they had to have been asleep and not alert. Right? Alright. So it's news headline, and it's the first thing in the article. Dancehall star Spice is reportedly alert and awake after a health scare in the Dominican Republic over the past few days. Health scare. Alright. What is the health scare? The rumors we've been hearing. She was having difficulties, unconscious, not coming out from under, sedation, not coming out from under the something where them put them go sleep and all these things. I'm lost for words right now, but we'll get there. The last time I spoke to a member of the family on Friday, everyone sounded positive. No one sounded nervous or worried. They said that she has been up and awake. They said that she was getting stronger each day. The family is asking for prayers at the same time. A source close to the family told Observer Online. This is the Jamaica Observer News. May I read this straight from it? Alright. The source did not reveal details of the ordeal. That means the person didn't go into all details like, yes, at 1 o'clock she passed away almost and they had to revive her and then put her up on a machine and breathing machine, and they didn't reveal all the stuff. They just said she's alert now and awake now and she is getting better as the days go by after a health scare in the Dominican Republic over the past few days. Not a few days ago, over the past few days. A few days ago would imply that it happened a few days ago and it's gone now. Over the past few days, meaning this is a prolonged issue that was happening for days. Miss, I read between the line. Because nobody is still not coming out and just giving you the full 100, right? Rumors has been floating around social media that the dancehall artist was in a coma following a post-op complications, a rumor which her booking agent Ray Alexander has since denied. So nobody wants to hear from Ray Alexander anymore because it seems like the stuff that Ray Alexander was denying was actually factual. There's an article here, a doctor from the Dominican Republic who is familiar with the doctor who worked on Spice allegedly put out a statement because he is familiar with the doctor who actually worked on her before when she had no complications. Right. I'm going to get into that. But let's talk about this first. As Spice's medical situation reportedly improved overnight, friends and family have been rallying to her side or posting encouraging messages on Instagram. I am just glad that she's doing better. I spoke to her sister in New York and she told me that she spoke to Spice and that she was having complications but doing much better. But she is not out of the woods yet. Alright. If she's able to speak to Spice, then that means Spice is able to speak. Right? People are still saying, so why shouldn't I just come on for the 1 minute there and just say, hey guys, I'm here, but I'm alright. Alright, I'm not in no coma and I didn't pass away. I'll be back soon. Later. People still await on that. It's not happening. Anyhow, according to this, I am just glad she's doing better. I spoke to her sister in New York and the sister said that she spoke to Spice and that she was having complications, but she was doing... Spice confirmed that she was having complications, but she is doing much better. But she is not out of the woods yet. Now remember they said before that she has sepsis or she has an infection and she has a wound vac on her tummy tuck incision that she had, which would imply that she had a tummy tuck thing done, take out the fat from out of the belly and these kind of things. Me don't know how that really go. Y'all women BBL stuff are more into all that than I am. But it would imply that an infection developed, right? Okay, but she's doing much better. Her younger sister is still with Gracie in the Dominican Republic. Another source told Observer Online. So, if the source is telling the Observer Online that her younger sister is still in the Dominican Republic with Gracie, that would imply that the news we heard before, where they had to summon a close family member to the Dominican Republic, could be true. Because when you're about to pass away, you're in a foreign country and everything like that, they're going to call in your next of kin or your closest family member or something, come help us put some things in place. This is your family member, I think we're about to lose her, or things are looking like we're about to lose her. Spice is not no everyday regular person. I'm sure whoever is working on her is saying, yo, do you know who this is? This is Spice. They're probably pulling up all the shows that she's on, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. They're probably pulling up her music videos. They're probably saying like, yo, this person has millions of followers. This person is somebody famous. We got to be careful. We have to take extra precaution. And like, we can sweep this under the rug because you can't. You know what I'm saying? That should be a red flag for a lot of you who keep going down to these places to get these procedures done. Right? Because if you are somebody with no clout, then they make a mistake. They already got your money for the procedure. So you passing away, bye-bye. Nobody is going to make a big deal out of it. Understand? Alright. Spice's former spiritual advisor and friend. This part get me now because this is in the Observer. Spice's former spiritual advisor and friend, RT Boss, hopped on a plane to the Dominican Republic last night. RT Boss. Y'all know the whole story relationship between RT Boss and Spice. Me did not pay attention to it for a little while. But, you know, I left out the thing. So, leave people to their own whatever, because I don't jump into friend stuff, so I don't want nobody, because that's how it is with friends, right? One day them friendly, next day they're fighting in the media, then they make up behind the scenes and you over there hold grudges against one or the other, for one or the other, when you have no business in there. So I wasn't invested in their relationship, but this is what is printed here. Spice's former spiritual advisor and friend RT Boss hopped on a plane to the Dominican Republic last night. Somebody said, SouFlo, RT Boss is a Obia man, a reader man. right? And I guess Spice need her Obia now more than ever, so she bring in the Obia man. I don't know about all of that. I don't know what he is. I heard him classify himself as a spiritual advisor, and I'm gonna go with that. Them said that in so me I go with that also. Alright? He posted a heartfelt message on his Instagram minutes before he boarded a flight to the Spanish-speaking country. I know you're worried about this diagnosis, but you've always been a fighter. You are the bravest person I know, and you will get through this. I have faith in you, he wrote on Instagram. So that's confirmation again right there. I know you are worried about this diagnosis, but you have always been a fighter. What diagnosis? Diagnosis, infection spreading, I don't know. You're the bravest person I know, and you will get through this. I have faith in you, he wrote on Instagram. The Gaza-affiliated Instagram page, Vibes Cartel News, wrote, Gaza Nation, I want you to send your prayers out to Spice. She has recently been hospitalized. It didn't say she was in a coma. It just said she had recently been hospitalized. Send out your prayers. And of course, Gaza Spice said, and of course, she said she will forever love Cartel because, you know, our big number one, big hit song, Ramping Shop, came via way of Vibes Cartel. Right? Dancehall artists such as D'Angel, Pampute, Stylish also posted heartfelt messages and prayers for the singer. Alright, I've seen many other people. Jabba from Massive B and Jabba posted, you know, a picture with him and Spice and something else. Some people were very vague in what they were posting. Them just post like little white doves or blue hearts or something like that, or praying hands. They didn't say anything in the caption. Some people are scared to say anything because them no want later on they're getting cussed out. Why you couldn't just keep your mouth shut? Why you couldn't, me know you didn't mean me well, but jeez man, you just bust out the secrets up, right? This is the reason why, according to Lady Saw's prayer, Lady Saw prayer now to me seem even more disingenuous than anything ever before. And no, I'm not beating up Lady Saw. No, I don't have anything against her. I've already proven to you that I'm a big fan of Lady Saw, and anyone I sung them that you start off, give me a line from it, we can finish the whole rest of the song. Only a real fan of somebody can actually do that. When you're not a fan of somebody, you say I'm a fan. And them say, okay, name one of our song them, and you can't name none. You're not really a fan, right? Alright. But that prayer that Lady Saw prayed was actually more like her way of coming to tell people that Spice down a Dominican Republic in a coma, right? It wasn't really like, I want to pray for her because I really, Lord. It was more telling the public that I am Lady Saw. I'm a privileged person of the industry. I know people inside the industry that you don't know because they're not vloggers and they're not connected to you. They don't come out and speak to you. Me know info, inside info from people who, if them say is so, is so. So let's let the public know that she is in the Dominican Republic and she is going through difficulties down there. Take her out of that dark place, Lord, and bring her back into the light. Alright. Anyhow, dancehall artists such as D'Angel, Pampute, Stylish, all of them, you know, they left their heartfelt messages on social media. Once you see them start doing that, they're all entertainment insiders. They're insiders of the industry. So them know more than what we know. They're closely connected more than how we are. We're outsiders looking in. See? Spice had previously gone under the surgeon's knife to do cosmetic enhancement surgery in November of 2020. She shared a photo of her new designer body on her Instagram page. That was recently. Some people have said, she not just do body, why she gone again? This is an unnecessary risk that she just take. Hey man, when you're in the industry, like Spices, you know, the higher you climb, the more demands are there. You know what I'm saying? And image is everything. Like, who said? Elephant Man, Energy God, Legend. Elephant Man said, both image is everything. It's absolutely everything in the entertainment world. But, alright, so cosmetic surgery enhances appearance for non-medical reasons. Addressing physical features can bring a person closer to their ideal body image, right? This is exactly how I want to look. So they'll suck out some of the fat from us, so cut in a little bit less, so paste this. People do it to them face too. I don't like my nose, it's too pointy, it's too long, flatten it down some, or it's too flat, straighten it out some. We're gonna put a bridge in there and this, and people do it with them teeth. I don't like my gap, close it. I don't like my teeth, I want veneers so I look like movie star, all this. That's the world we live in today, okay? So all this stuff is to just bring people closer to this idea that they have in their mind of what they should look like. To each his own. To each his own. I've said it about skin bleaching and everything else in between. To each his own. I'm not here to tell anybody you shouldn't do this to yourself and you shouldn't do that to yourself. I will encourage women to love themselves the way that they are, and the rest of it is up to you. Like, you're never born big. You weren't born big. And like a person said to me, is indiscipline will make you get big. Because you can't discipline yourself enough to stay away from your favorite foods. You can't discipline yourself enough to squeeze in a 1 hour of activities per day just to get up and move. Run 2 miles, do some push-ups and sit-ups and something, you know, and these kind of things. So you start to put on weight, and now you want to go the fast route and have them scrape everything off of you, these kind of things. So I would just encourage women to love yourself just the way you are, man. You were created in perfection, and don't stray too far from it. That's it. But if you want to chop and splice yourself, then that's you too. That's your business. I don't hold anything against you. You know what I mean? The entertainer whose given name is Grace Hamilton she's known for a lot of songs, according to the article, including some Yes I Saw Me Like It. That song, their big song, Send It Up, Sheet, Indicator, Genie, Fight Over Man, Ramping Shop featuring Cartel. We can go on and on and on. This day now, Spice catalog long so. Spice catalog big so. That's why I said it's gonna take somebody who is extra aggressive in the entertainment industry and dancehall space to take over her spot. She should just gone miles and miles and miles ahead. Can't catch her up again. No female in the dancehall business, if we're looking for a new queen, can't catch her up again. Them have to go really put in the work to build the resume. So let's not bother even talking about how many songs she has. Alright? Her new album, 10, was nominated for Best Reggae Album last year. In recent years, Spice has expanded her brand outside the confines of dancehall by co-starring in the VH1 reality series Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and championing her own clothing line, Gracie Nior, among other things, diversifying her portfolio. That I already covered all that yesterday when I said her money is long now. She's in the money now. She have finance now. So why did she go to the DR? Why couldn't she? She can certainly afford to go to a top-notch doctor in the US. And we spoke yesterday about what that other female doctor who follows us said, when the doctor said she's very concerned and her BMI, Spice BMI, the doctors in the US would not touch to do that kind of surgery unless she had lost some weight first. So that's the reason why they typically go down to the Dominican Republic, because the rules are a bit more stringent. You know, in the US, you have all kinds of rules that doctors have to follow, which outside of the US is probably a bit more lapsed. And again, if people are busy and don't have time for this and not have time for that, them can just boom, go get it done and snap right back. Anyhow, the article I told you I had that I was going to read, Beauty and the Surgeon. Alright, this article, it says, ladies, I'm receiving reports that Spice was in DR having some work done and is suffering from complications. I'm very saddened by the news and will keep everyone updated as the story is developing. Nothing is confirmed. Alright, it goes on to say this. And it goes to Spice official page, and it goes on to say something about, here it goes, my sis at surgeon maid / curves first broke the news, the terrible news, and they even leave the person's at. My sis at surgeon maid _ curves first broke the terrible news of Spice having surgery in the Dominican Republic and unfortunately facing severe complications. Y'all listen to this. After speaking to my several sources in the Dominican Republic, this is Dr. Rafael Sanchez Acosta, who is a part of the Ring group of trusted doctors who does the BBL stuff and body augmentation stuff in DR. After, unfortunately, okay, my sis at Surgeon Maid _ Curves first broke the terrible news of Spice having surgery in the Dominican Republic and unfortunately facing severe complications. After speaking to several sources in the Dominican Republic or in DR, I have now been able to confirm the clinic and who the surgeon was that put the rumors to rest, as well as educate my surgery sisters. I was informed Spice attempted to go back to her round 1 surgeon, Dr. Marcus Soto, and was denied because he felt that she did not need any further surgery done. Unfortunately, she went to a less experienced alleged surgeon, which we see many do in this situation. At Dr. Rafael Sanchez Acosta, who operated on her at SouFLoTV, I will not disclose further information with respect to her loved ones and her safety. But knowing the hospital that she is at, it's okay. Come on. Okay. I will not disclose further information with respect to her loved ones and her safety, but knowing the hospital she is at, it's for severe cases. It's for severe cases. She truly needs everyone's prayers. I also want you girls to please be careful with these so-called consultants who are booking that are not experienced and are pushing these new surgeons to put them on the map. She did not learn about this surgeon on her own. She was misguided, and you could be too. He's not in our trusted list of surgeons that I recommend to my clients. Please be careful, ladies. This is what was written, Dr. Rafael Sanchez Acosta from out of the DR. So, of course, there you have it. Alright, so it was true. There are complications. It's been confirmed. She did have some work done. She is in the DR. There is a close family member who was summoned there and is there. And she is still not out of the woods yet. Continue to pray for her. Continue to wish her all the best. Let me close this video by saying this. It's a sick world we live in because, you know, but we're not babies. We've been here long enough. We know that there are people who wish you well, but then up front they wish you well. That's why every morning on Morning Thoughts I say shout out to the people who wish good for others as much as they wish good for themselves. That's a genuine trait, something you should practice. It sows good karma seeds. Some people, a lot of people, they wish you well up front because they see you doing successful stuff, right? They see you being successful and they will wish you well. However, them can't stop you. They can't. Like Spice. Spice is succeeding at a level where her haters cannot stop her. Them can't stop her from buying more big houses in the US. Them can't stop her from being on primetime television and collecting those checks. Them can't stop her from putting out these albums and booking these shows all over the world and traveling at top speed. Them can't stop her from getting all these accolades, Queen of the Dance Hall and all these things, many millions. Them can't stop her from being loved by millions of people. Them can't, when they can't stop you, they will pretend that they are a fan, that they like you, that they wish you well. But all along they're praying, God, please make something bad happen to her. And then as soon as something bad happens, look at those comments. Look at the comments in the comment section. As soon as something bad happens, what do you see? Yes, gal for dead. We're over here like, oh my God, you can't be a good person. You say she for dead. She have 2 children. Nobody else is gonna love her 2 babies like she. So you want the woman for dead and leave her 2 small children. but you call yourself a godly person and a good person, you're wicked, right? This is how they come out the woodworks. So y'all be careful with these comments that you see. Just like my granny said, man, if you don't have nothing good for say, just don't say nothing. And we're still out here waiting for official word. I hope she comes all the way back around. Remember, I know they said she's still not out of the woods yet. Out of the woods yet mean she not in the clear to go yet. She's still there. Which part she there? They would have already sent her back, and she would have already been back in the US under real professional doctors' care at a top medical facility, Mount Sinai or something like that, where they can look in on her and stabilize her more and all these things, or speed up her recovery. She's still where she's at. Some people says they won't transfer you if you're unstable or in unstable condition. That's the reason why she is not back in the US as yet. Let's think about that, right? So while we're speaking, this could still go all the way left and all the way wrong. Kind of reminds me of K-Slay with COVID. K-Slay caught COVID. K-Slay was doing really good. Thought he was out of the woods, came out, and months later, the same COVID went from, it never went away from him. He just couldn't get rid of it, couldn't shake it. I was so happy and thankful when I caught COVID. I thought, okay, this is it. And now you have to go do everything to get this out of you. We kept testing. All right. After we tested, we all tested negative. I said, thank you, God. Because there were people that were testing, and after a week, still positive. Next week, still positive. But the symptoms died down. And then the symptoms just ramp back up again and end up even killing them, like K-Slay. I use famous people because people can more point to famous people as a point of reference. I'm just saying, she's not out the woods yet. So anything can happen. It can go left real quick. But let's hope it continues to get better, like the article says from the Jamaica Observer, that over the time I spoke to her, everybody seems positive. No one sounded nervous or worried, and they said that now she is up and awake, and they said that she is getting stronger each day. That's what we want to hear. All right, wish her nothing but the best, and we look forward to seeing her come talk to me and come say, people, I tell her no, I have a testimony, something, and you know she will, because that's how she is, a real people. See it? So big up to Spice anyway, the mama. Enough prayers gone up for you. Me see it. Some people out there genuinely care for you. Me say Lisa Hyper, you know, Pampute, just the works of them, just good words and nothing but prayers sent up for you. So let's see, and we're gonna leave it there at that. But yes, we know now that it is true, and whatever her Ray Alexander, her booking agent, said before, he denied. I guess Ray panicked. I think Ray probably panicked and didn't know what to do. And like I said before, a booking agent, you know, I remember, I know, when them book people like Spice, they have to book in advance, most of the times. And when people book in advance and pay down their deposits already, the last thing a show promoter wants to hear is your main star for your next upcoming event that you are invested in might not be there, but they're not saying anything. You don't want a last minute, oops, she's been in the DR since this November and now is end of December, beginning of January, where she's supposed to come shell down the show way, and she's still there, and we have to cancel the show last minute and return these people money, or, you know, that can mess up people's business. So I don't know if he was operating like that, under trying to save it, probably thinking this will blow over, and things will get back to normal soon. With that said, I've seen people say, listen, Spice is not in control right now of anything. That's the reason why we're not hearing from her, and I understand that. Sometimes famous people become just a pawn, not a pawn, but like you're a product, and you're literally moving. If you have booking agents and this, I know Spice has been independent for quite a long time. I don't know where she is at now. She has an agent, she has stylists, she have this, she have that. You know, as your fame get bigger and the money grows, so does your team. So you don't have to do all these extra things by yourself anymore. See? Alright. Your team depends on you to eat. So a team of people depends on Spice to eat. That's where they get their checks from. This is who they work for most of the time. So it is important to make sure that any kind of rumors that could be damaging to future endeavors, them quiet it down quickly. We're wishing her all the best. Alright? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. Continue to have this discussion though, because this is a growing issue among our women. I saw one lady say, you know what? We are responsible for this because we look upon people like Spice and tell them about your black and because you're so black, you're not pretty, and cause you're fat, cause your body fat. Go and do your body, man, and fix up yourself, man. You're famous and you're just out of shape, so, and these kind of things. And we as the outsider, the viewer, the audience, we drive these women to that. I don't really think so. I think it's them paying more attention to what they would like to be like. Woman look upon woman and I said, damn, she got 2 kids and she snatched. Look at her waistline. Look upon her booty. Look at her body. And everybody I look upon, she may have 2 kids though, but my body does Lego so. I'm still young. I gotta get some surgery done, yeah, man. I think it's more a pressure, a societal pressure by them placed on themselves. In Spice's case, she's in the entertainment industry, so there's even more of a pressure. You know what I mean? You ever see Spice perform yet? Spice have to stand up and lift up one foot and hold it up in the air. Most of them can't even do that. And Maga can't turn up on one foot and hold the next foot up in the air. So drop and split. Then there a squat with our Megan Thee Stallion knees and a boom, 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 boom off body. You have to in a shape and have a body, you have to look good for do them something else. People will laugh after you. So the pressure is there. Image is everything. See? At the end of the day, it's a exploding thing among our women though, where our women are starting to go more into these surgeries. Back in the day, we used to look at black women and we knew, you know what I'm saying, the original, she have the body. Every black woman almost. I've probably seen like 1 or 2 black women in my lifetime that had a flat body, and usually them didn't mix with like Chinese or something like that. But the real talk. But however, majority of them had, you know what I'm saying, the booty and all these things, and them body fill out as they got older. Now, that's not enough. Them want more ass, more body, more booty, and stuff like that. So we have to start talk to them. And we have to start tell them, say, yo, you know, you're beautiful the way you are. Don't copy and paste it. Nowadays, men don't even know who got body done versus who didn't get body done. Because it's like everybody I get body done. Yeah, even though some men say, I don't like it and I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want a woman that got her body done. Over time, we've become desensitized to that, to where now men are looking more at the women who do have their bodies done versus the women who still have real bodies. But if you're out here and you're not in any competition, as you shouldn't live your life like you're in any competition with anybody. But if you're out here and you're living like that, then you're gonna feel the pressure and feel like you have to go do something with yourself. You see the social media thing, yeah? Sometimes it's good to say. And this, me not talk about Spice no more now. Me I talk about Uno in general. It's good sometimes to turn off the phone, yeah. See, turn this off and let social media go for a minute. Because what do? You sit here all day looking at perfect people. Either you look on people who are funny and make mistakes and jokes where you can laugh at, or you're looking at people that are perfect. Them body perfect, them this perfect, them life perfect, them house nice, them car, them this. And you feel under everything. You feel underdeveloped, you feel underappreciated because you look on the woman who man gear, this, that and that as gifts. You feel underwhelmed, you feel overwhelmed in under everything. Not true? You feel like you're not good enough, you're not fine enough, you're not pretty enough because you look on good, fine and pretty whole deal. And you're just staring at it and it's just burning images into your brain. Put with this sometime because real life is happening out here, not on social media. Alright? Big up on yourself, one love, and I'll catch you on the next video sometime soon. Have a blessed day. It's SouFLoTV. Keep it positive. Reasoning with intelligence. Our thing that. I'm out. Peace.